So are we going to see an opening pitch here? Maybe a very unique double toss back. First elimination happening right away, taking out as the aforementioned Felicen. Send one, send two, no connections. Good block happening out of the left wing. Bianchini.
Yes, I'm just looking for our team's records so far in this
Ooh,
tournament.
yeah. Not the easiest to find, if we're being honest. So good on you for trying. Yeah, actually, it's the same Jenna D post that I used. That's so niche.
Amazing. A shout out to
Jenna D Sange for for posting that.
posting links in common areas for us to find.
4 players, a ball apiece. They send 1, 2, no connections. Still a full squad for Australia. They've got ball advantage. To the line. Strong 1-2 punch. Good throw. Mioto and trailer by Sun. Now 2 remaining for Argentina.
So yes, Australia did win both games of theirs yesterday, pretty commandingly.
Whoa, what a great catch.
Wow.
Big cheers.
Australia beat Ivory Coast 10-2. I almost had my Islander accent come out there. I said bet and had to correct myself. And then they beat Colombia 18-0.
Point differential. Good moves. On Lumeri. Just a minimum effective dose on that block. But it's 1v6.
Ooh.
Hard throw. Venus.
Fantastic shot. And we've
Sends
seen her have a great day yesterday.
backcourt power.
And Argentina, no slouch themselves. They had 1 win, 1 loss yesterday. Very close games both ways. They only lost by 1 to Sweden. They beat Ivory Coast.
3 balls, 1, 2. No connections. Win getting the ball back. Ready, charging, and the shot was right at Sun, so it kind of disarmed his charge. Australia, masters of the 1-2. Big rip, wide of target. Good survival work here by Vinyas.
Yeah, Vinya's playing it smart. She's staying back a bit, not putting herself at exposure for a pinch.
Wow, that does it.
And great placement from Australia.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, just so you know, I clipped the twitch of the Hong Kong triangle, so we can review it later and to see the the continued advancement of strategy here at the world stage. Whoop!
You know what I thought of? The Czechia Republic did the triangle.
Really?
I saw that in their game against Mixed Foam Canada yesterday.
Double toss back, triple toss back. No connection. Good shot. Mioto, she moves around. Just getting clipped there. Sun leaned in too much ahead of the play. 5 players remaining for Australia. Player advantage, Argentina. Ball advantage, Australia. Ready, set. Expect 1, 2, and a third. Contreras stays alive.
Yeah, ball just bouncing between before Garavante.
Strong hit. Gets the player at the line.
Yeah, Bo just making a very powerful throw there.
I believe Kevin Vo is a player/coach.
Oh, double duty.
Not to be confused with BC's Kevin Vo. Shout out. And he said, pump faking, good pump fakes, very convincing, and on ball. Garaventa staying alive.
Yeah, Garaventa is showing a lot of survivability here.
Watch the quick rush here. Win, big rip, stays alive herself. Oh, chaos ensues.
Yeah, great quick
Decisive
feed from
play.
Felison. She was up and down and left and right and everywhere.
Oh, almost held there. Kind of stayed on body from Romano.
Oh, sorry, that was Wen. I was reading the wrong Nguyen.
Man, Vo attack. It's just, and the full commit at the end there. Perfect. If you're watching this and like kind of at that intermediate level, and like kind of we've talked about this throughout the tournament, it's that closeout formation is with full disregard to your own safety, and just boom, power hit.
Yeah, it's much more important to make the hit. If you make the hit, the rest of it doesn't matter.
Whoop, on the Wimmer, it gets pulled away from the ball. Ian has it now.
You'll often find when players hesitate, when they're thinking about their survivability, they're not going to commit as strongly to the throw, and then they miss, and then they get out anyway, and then you're just giving it up to the other team.
Australia ready, sets, crisscrossing, and a connection takes out number 21.
Felison.
In between targets. Strong throw, Miyoto. In the gap. Burden to throw, Argentina. Miyoto hops out of the way. Resets the shot clock.
Argentina taking a lot of team throws from the middle.
Now, is that also a sign of Australia's pressure that they provide?
I would assume so. When you have really strong corners that you know are going to punish, throwing two throws from the middle definitely is the safest play.
Quickly into the attack zone this time. Whoa! Good grips, McIntyre. And she sends it. Shots fired all around. 4 players remaining for Argentina, 5 for Australia.
Yes, Vo just eliminated.
Oh, powerful throw, Nguyen. Taking out her opposing winger.
Yeah, Nguyen showing a lot of accuracy, and she gets a third.
And power too. Like that ball went through the defender.
Oh yeah, she's
ball
no
in hand.
slouch whatsoever.
Oh, and gets hit hard. Oh! That's MVP moment right there.
That is the right move from Australia when a player may not be completely certain on what the call is. Finalize it. Make sure that, it can't be a discussion.
Yeah, I'd rather put my hand up and say sorry for ensuring you were out and hesitating.
There doesn't tend to be stop of play to clarify on a hit call unless the refs need to discuss it.
Great work, Jonathan Sun. He's ready again on the opening rush. And that is not a false start. We need to have a term for like when it's so early it doesn't count as a false start. Because I think we have a couple of those already.
I think part of that as well is
Sun,
as a
accuracy.
ref, making sure you're going ready,
ready,
then pacing.
Ref error. There we go.
It definitely can happen, yeah. Takes 2 to tango.
Burden to throw on Argentina. 4 balls in the attack zone. Solo throw, quick counter. Sun's throw this time going high after so many bullets right on target.
And Ben, I may be wrong, but from what I'm seeing name-wise, it does look like the entire team of Argentina is playing both divisions.
Oh, okay.
So,
So like a smaller overall squad.
Yeah, Viñas, Garcia Romano, Contreras, all 3 played on the women's team yesterday for the games I was commentating on.
See, I live in the moment. And the true skill of a color commentator is being able to see beyond that.
Yeah, remembering a name.
Oh, no look throw in between players. Salvation stays alive. And now with ball in hand joins Vo and Sun. Big rip, and the trailer ruled no hit. Ground first. Lots of cheers from the Australia fans.
Yeah, certainly hard to see from our perspective here.
Vo on the go, he's out. Shout out to any parents out there having to watch that show. 1-2, trading.
And that one gets Arazabal. And it comes down to Vinas and Garcia Romano. Definitely not people to be taken lightly, but wow.
Hard hit, sound, double ball block, Vinas. Now 2 balls apiece. Targeting Sun, he stays alive. Play call now, Australia. Quick play call, oh, double checking. Whew.
And that's a great stagger throw out of Australia.
Vinas adjusts.
But Vinas with 6 balls, I believe.
Ready, sends another. Salvation looking for a ball. They're going on to the other side for Sun. Passed along by Miyoto. Both wide of target. Watch out for Underwear Mary. He's someone I remember from the 2019 Cancun Worlds. Just unbelievable first strike, opening pitch. Got that just up, down power.
Yeah, Anuary definitely has some strong striking.
It's like you don't always need height, and not every player makes full use of it. But just that, yeah, we see that. Just strong strike goes high to low, and a brilliant catch. MVP so far of the match, Jonathan Sun.
Yeah, Sun definitely here to play.
Speaking of Sun, what color would you say the Australian jerseys are?
Orange.
Okay.
Are you going to tell me that someone else has thought differently?
Well, no, it's just like, what do you call it? Like it's not like a pure orange. It's an interesting color. Well, like, would you have thought like, oh yeah, definitely Team Australia with that orange?
Australia, I do think tends to float around the yellows, the greens, the oranges. So yes, I do associate
on that one.
associate orange with Australia.
Okay. I feel like it's like tire tracks here for Argentina's jersey.
I like Argentina's jerseys a lot.
Be like a great sponsor, like get like Ford.
Yeah.
The all-terrain Argentinian team.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a car brand that's like from Argentina specifically.
We need to, yeah.
Yeah. So we're taking a timeout, which I think is a great decision for Argentina here. I think, Ben, the biggest difference right now, what we're seeing is firepower. Australia has a lot of strong arms across the board. They're accurate. They're making their
and
hits.
just under the knees, right?
Yeah, they're breaking those
the
blocks.
shin shots are incredible.
And so Argentina really needs to focus on those laterals. When you have that accuracy, that's breaking those blocks and getting that low, laterals are always going to be king or queen. So Argentina has shown survivability, and they definitely have some very strong dodgers.
Okay, so he's making a roll over. I was like, this is an interesting formation going on here, bunching up.
Yeah, maybe trying to decide what the rush formation should be.
Mary with the pump fakes at the line. That's interesting.
I think Argentina did go for a defensive rush, but also still managed to pass. It would have been nice to see someone receive that ball just to pressure and protect the rushers.
Overall, it's worked out for them. They've got a player advantage and 2-player advantage now. So they take out Miyoto. Good throw from the left wing.
This is a great adjustment from Argentina following a timeout.
There's the ball.
Unknowledgeably not feeding their left corner.
They've got to get a solution for Sun. Araventa stays alive in that case. Maybe they put 2 on him. Send 1 solo, but now he comes back and attacks. That's, you know, they're wingers for Australia right now, just so on target.
And Argentina willing to throw that 5th.
Strong throw, goes too low.
That's the pattern we're starting to see out of Australia. They like the pushback counter.
Yes.
And it's quite effective for them right now.
Anything that involves Sun having a ball in his hands right now is a good strategy.
Yeah.
Watch out for Nguyen on the left wing. Great protection here on Umeri. Slow to retreat. Pushing up. Contreras in the middle. Turfs it a little low.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ben. I think Argentina needs to figure out a response for Sun right now. I would love to see maybe a 1 and 3 throw on the left corner.
We could call it like the eclipse strategy.
The eclipse strategy.
Like take out the sun.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I was like.
I hate it.
This dodgeball dad moment brought to you. 3 players against 4. Oh, just sniping away. See, and I'd almost like maybe Vinyas is like when he's throwing, try and get a trade situation. 3v3. Oh,
yeah, they've got to figure something out here, and I like that trade situation. Maybe taking one of your players that is very quick and able to commit to that trade to rush counter Sun maybe when he's closer to the line. And if you can trade out Sun, it gives your team a much better chance, just considering how accurate he has been so far in this match.
3+ players removed this set, putting another point on the board.
Australia making a little bit of a change-up on their line. And the double toss back on the rush. We love to see that out of 99.
Taz
Kai Chan.
Kalurachi.
Oh, sorry. Kalurachi. I swear I can read.
It's funny, it's like you created the rosters.
I created the list, guys.
Let's make sure that any credit still goes back to you. In the gloves, Kevin Vo, great catch.
Oh, and great catch by Vinyas right back.
Slowing it down a little bit.
Okay, we see 3 balls for Argentina, but it's on Australia. And this is a great chance to go and rush counter Sun, potentially.
Absolutely.
Will they put 2 balls on him here? No.
Oh, brilliant catch!
Oh my gosh!
Kalurachi fresh onto the roster. Here he goes. That's why you keep it. Yes, that is a brilliant move. Putting him on right there. Vinyas eliminated. Now Contreras. That's Kalurachi. Shares. Vo's ready to go. Lines up. He's looking a little gassed, hey?
And
but that throw, that is hard on face.
And you know that moment's a momentum breaker. Argentina making 2 solid hits. They're going to feel good about that. And then all of a sudden, an amazing catch comes out of Kalurachi. Like, that's going to deflate you a little bit when you feel like, oh my gosh, we're finally getting some feet under us. We're making our hits. We're hearing the booms that always make you feel a little more hyped. And Australia meets you with something a little more hyped.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half. 6-0. Triple toss back. Staying alive. Oh, good throw.
Australia getting a little chaotic now. Still managing to have 2 balls.
And
great
small.
take on the right wing. Gleason. Oh, but he is taken out.
Snipe. Ventus now on the wing, targeted. Ball goes off body. Argentina on offense. Ready, set. Solo throw. Need a couple more balls if you're going to take out our MVP of the match so far. Cool, that nasty movement. Did you see that?
Yeah, that had a massive curve on it.
Wow.
And it
Heat
obviously
seeker.
resulted in a double.
Yeah. Straight up, and Vinyas MVP moment, taking out Salvation.
Yeah, Vinya's being very consistent for the
Yeah,
Argentinians
yeah.
so far.
It's kind of the most of the court time for survivability so far.
Survivability, consistently making at least, I think, 1 hit per point so far.
Strong roster here. The
And
Sun is eliminated. Vinyas by herself. 1-2 punch.
Oh, and
slipped
that's-
through the line, but
I definitely thought that was a line violation, the ref not calling it.
well, and had a great back judge had a great angle for it, so clearly she kept the knees up.
Yeah.
Shot clock counting down. Ball advantage. Argentina, she needs to let one go, but instead,
Oh,
saved
and
by
chooses
we're-
not to throw.
didn't need to, I guess.
I'm just thinking, if I was Vinyas, I want
Just
to take
let
a
her go.
shot before. If there's any way I could
Just
possibly bring this
1-2.
down to a 2v1, that's way better for me and no blocking.
We're going to see quick charge here out of Australia. Cool.
Oh,
That final one by McIntyre does it.
And I think we've talked about the double dodge before. When you commit to something like a pancake dodge like that, there's no chance getting up. There's no recovery.
You're stuck there for a
You're
while.
stuck. And yes, you like the blue card.
I love the blue card. I would never, ever support the finger blocking in foam,
I agree.
but I would support a blue card where you can be like, I'm looking at you.
I like the official warning when you can give a visual object to someone for saying, here, you've been warned.
Yeah.
And then when you come back to them and you have to give them a yellow and they're like, well, how was I supposed to know? Well, you have a blue card right in front of you.
Yeah, yeah. And it's sort of lubricant for the carding system. Because like if people are hesitant to ever give a yellow card because it's so punitive.
Good point. Gives people some practice. A low-risk card to play.
And here, burden on Argentina, pump faking. I like it. Oh, good
Great.
catch. Baston, Lucy Baston, so she's a second half starter. Ooh, smacked that ball into the other player, but ref says no, it hit the ground first. Even though, yeah, the back ref saw it as we saw it. Ooh, that's a good back court. I swear he can put eyes on that ball.
Put eyes on that ball.
It's just, it moves.
So it seeks people, I
exactly.
see what you're
It's just,
saying.
yeah, it's
Oh my gosh, guys, I can't keep up with Ben's puns. I'm not built for this.
young, limbed. Good shots here in transition.
And there, you know what?
Yep.
We see from Garcia Romano, that was
Held.
the counter to the counter rush. We're seeing some life from Argentina, some decisive decision making, honestly, in regards of how do we deal with this.
McIntyre, 2 balls in hand. And at the line, 3v3. Putting 2 on target.
Oh, and it's a catch from Bastion again. Just when we were starting to see some fight from the Argentinians.
Well, that's what's so tricky about, when you have this ideal roster size and you can have a second half starter, and they have no idea Bastion's play style, and that she's got mitts as McIntyre attempts.
Oh. Garcia Romano almost closing in on that. But you know what? Sun takes a seat, and we see our lovely Calarachi just stepping up and being just as disgusting, honestly.
I would love to see how he grips the ball.
Yeah, his grip must be quite interesting for sure.
And we are ready to go. Next match. 8-0 with 17 and change left. Staying alive. Good active blocking on both sides.
I thought we were going to see an Anmu Mari strike there, but didn't happen.
Whew, getting well out of the way.
He might knock over McIntyre, though.
Yeah. Good. Okay, now Australia 3 into the attack zone. McIntyre goes high. Maybe she also does not subscribe to the liquid chalk. Good throw. Charging. No damage. 6v6. No eliminations this set. Oh, man. I feel like it's got to be difficult, even with ball in hand. There's likely so much sort of whizzing around that ball does. That can get around ball.
Yes, I think the best block is a block with a dodge at all times, because you're getting out of the way, but you still have a ball in front of you in case that ball has eyes and it's seeking you out. You're just doubling your chances of avoiding that hit. When you choose to get small and commit to staying in the lane that you are already in and just putting a ball in front of you, it's a difficult thing to do, especially when you have a curve thrower like Calarachi.
Well, great throw. Rocco Brizzolo taking out his opposing winger. Calarachi sends it ever so close to the feet of Valentin Garavanta, but he stays alive. Kind of a pause in the action here. Guess referee's choice, whether you countdown clock, and we're resetting. Burden to throw, Argentina.
Good block. Ada Solanas.
Okay, now stay at the line. They do. Whew.
There we go. There's some
Survivability,
protection.
yeah. Running away, Maria Salinas. Teammates protecting. It's an interesting match because it's stayed 6-6 for quite some time and now 5-5. No one getting an edge just yet.
And I think that's been the interesting thing, is there's definitely been moments in almost all these points where Argentina is showing some efficient, eliminations and things, but Australia just knowing how to close, knowing how to swing that momentum back.
I loved it. Instead of the ball having tons of movement, Calarachi himself did. Just like, because they were squaring up against one another, and instead of a trade, the distance he got after that throw was impressive.
Yeah, the dodge mid-throw, always very effective in those moments.
Salvation, Lind, Basta now taking the right wing. Watch for her catching. Mary missing, retreating, but protected by the wings. Contreras communicating with teammates. She's on the right wing for Argentina. Nasty cross in between three players. Ball couldn't decide which one to hit. 4 players, a ball apiece.
And what we're seeing out of the Argentinians is, instead of throwing 2 balls in a team throw, now they're anticipating that Australian pushback, and they're only throwing 1, so they always have 3 for that protection. Now they've invested 2, and the rush comes.
It's what they've made sure to not do, but they did again. But like to your point there is they then allowed the rush to happen, counter rush.
And again, they throw 2, he takes the shot. Because he knows his team has the balls.
McIntyre in the middle. Sends it, and the trailer does it. Good teamwork. Mary protecting, slow to retreat. And for a while we were locked up 4-4, then 3-3. Now the player advantage here.
I do like this pace from Argentina. I know it's slow for our viewers, but when you're down this...
Oh, but that's not slow. Razzmatazz
We love to see it. A little greedy from Anumari, but
he tried like an Iron Man catch. It was like he had his hands out together.
yeah, and you know what? I've seen him do it before.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it is greedy, but he also knows he has it in him. Oh, and here we go. Now it's down to McIntyre, and McIntyre has definitely shown that she can do this.
Good
But
movement.
could this be Argentina's first point?
McIntyre with the ball advantage. Cross.
Good shot. Oh,
Argentina.
looking for catch, but Argentina communicating. Yep, looking for that pinch. I don't think she was high enough to look for that, personally. McIntyre's playing it very, very smart, not going up too high.
I feel like they might send together right now. Yep. Very coordinated on Argentina. Good movements.
Rizzola taking that shot, but just playing it too low. And
That was just ground before it touched her hands.
I think Rizzola is saying that he thought it was knee. And yes, the line ref confirming. Argentina has closed their first point. McIntyre is eliminated. Oh, or they might be conversing. I personally think it was a hit.
.11 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. 8 points for Australia to be sure.
And yes, it is being called as a hit. It will be Argentina's first point. And as I think I was trying to say before, I'm liking this pace from Argentina because they're down by so many points. When it comes to the end of round robin play, plus minus does matter. And so with a strong team like Australia where you know, we're probably not going to win this match, let's try to slow the bleeding as much as possible.
Do you know why I'm going to say it's a new day? The sun is back.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He's prepared for these.
Cool. I love how these players are squaring up. Baston stays alive. Puts the safety on, returns to the teammates. And to your point, it's just there's so much discipline in not ramping up your speed in a moment of like desperation, right? Of trying to like, hey, let's act quicker and let's start freewheeling it.
No, exactly. And I think when Argentina is slowing it down, they're seeing a little more success in these points as well. They're closer.
Oh, and that was a planned formation. Attempt. It did hit the ground
I
first.
love the effort, but definitely not there.
And that, we would call that a shadow catch from Bo. We notice as well, like Salvation is, like that seems like her primary job right now is to be in the shadow. Oh, hey, great catch. Brilliant work. Olivia Vinas, I'd say Argentina's MVP of
I
this
was
match.
100% about to say that. Definitely MVP for Argentina in my books.
If we're not going to count the mop, we should definitely say, Sun and Vinas.
Oh, we're not counting the mop in MVP. This is the first time the mop's been brought out.
Yeah, that's.
Vinas has been owning the court
We
the entire
almost
time.
went a whole match. That brings back Samuel Felison. The communication here with refs. Just under 10 minutes remaining.
I was just tagged in Dodgeball Live's story. So it's them asking, what do we think Ben is saying to Halen right now? And I responded, a terrible pun. 90% of the time.
I'd go dad joke.
Which is also called a
Yes,
terrible pun.
Yeah, my kids can confirm that.
What is it about becoming a father that just makes you like puns more?
It's funny because it's you double down on the worst and the worst. It's like trying to like entertain your kids, and then they're like, please stop. And you're like, no, it's like throwing good money after bad.
Do you think making them cringe actually brings you joy?
Honestly, something I've thought about lately of just like, I was like, why do we as dads like seek that form of entertainment? Vo switching sides. I love, and anytime you see stuff like that, it's like just making sure those arm angles, different and throws. As Vinyas elimed.
Great pressure from McIntyre from the middle. Awesome protection.
And now the resurrected player up against 5.
Oh.
And good teamwork.
And that is an efficient pinch. That was decisive. It was fast. They were fully committed.
Under 9 remaining. Salvation and Bo ready on the opening rush for Australia. Tossing a whole bunch back. Oh, just nasty, that level. He had 2 in hand. Defensive rush for Argentina. And still, Bianchini just had no solution for Sun's throw.
And I love seeing the versatility in Australia's strike. They have the double pass off in the middle, which can be very distracting. Okay, there's 2 throwers right in front of me. What are they going to do? But it's actually the outside third striker that's going to make the hit.
One thing I'm also surprised about it is their willingness at the line to still pump fake, even though they do that kind of triple tossback maneuver. Ooh, Vo, shoe shot out.
Yeah, with Argentina not winning the rush very often, you'd think they want to just get out and dodge. Oh, that's a sailor. And Sun is taken care of.
Good move there.
And Argentina is up a body 4-3.
Rizzolo taking out Sun.
Oh, sneaky no look from Inez.
Salvation is eliminated. Baston could have been taken out too.
Oh, yeah. Garcia Romano, great cross shot.
Rizzolo tried to get after her. And meanwhile, we need to bring out the mop again. Want to work on a pun for Salvation? I feel like there's some opportunities there.
Is it really a pun when it's just like that head on?
That's when it's like the dad jokes are extra cringe.
What a interesting last name though.
Yeah.
It's quite pretty.
4 players to 2 advantage. Argentina has opportunity for a second point. Cadarachi's throw. No damage.
That's the thing. We've seen Baston make some amazing catches. We've seen Calarachi with some fantastic throws. It's definitely going to be a difficult 2 for Argentina to close against. They're not going to make it easy for them.
Burden, Argentina. Shot clock counting down against them.
And
great
that
situation.
was a great trade attempt from Garcia Romano, but Calarachi just so good at surviving.
Yeah. His post-throw mobility, I don't feel like it's matched.
No, not in this current match.
Well, for sure, but it's not like he takes some heat off to move. Like he's fully committed to the throw and then just flies out of the way.
Oh, and line ref making a call here. Calarachi saying yes, indeed, it was a hit.
Now doubled up on players. Argentina, good shot for a point. Watch the gloves of Baston. Oh, in and out of the mitt.
And great placement from Salinas. Just putting it on the outside. You know she's probably going to reach for it. She's been very successful in this match with the catches. And we got a second point for Argentina. And this is what we're seeing. They slowed it down. They're starting to collect some points. I mean, Australia came into the second half 7-0. It's now 9-2. So realistically, Argentina's gone even with them this entire half.
And like you said, neutralizing the point differential by doing so.
Big time. If they play
Up and very catchable, and it was done. Lola Romano. Oh, getting low. Player and ball advantage, Argentina. Good throws back and forth. No connections. Argentina again with the advantage.
Oh, getting really close to Calarachi.
Yeah. Getting knees down, turning hips and shoulders. 4 headed into the attack zone for Australia. Go high-low.
Oh, and Vo, though, making a great shot there on Arizabo.
Now a ball apiece for Argentina. Not too often that they've got 5 in hand. As they get a rebound, but they don't get a hit. It's fired back and forth. No eliminations. And
here the ball goes up again.
Yeah, that's a no. And refs call the time because of the slug trail there.
Yeah, we're going to see a mop now. Brazola's slip and slide.
Hey, you know, we should have like a little over-under on how many minutes it takes for the mop to be used. Because we were like, oh, hey, that's the first time the mop was used, and then like 3 more times since.
Are you saying you want to gamble more, Ben? Because I got called out for that yesterday. I told Terry about our deal.
Oh, I was trying to get your attention. I was listening to the stream. And I was like, just waving my little handkerchief here.
Yeah, Terry does not encourage our gambling.
Okay, wow.
But I was like, it's just coffee.
Yeah. Not wind sprints, otherwise that would have been dangerous.
I invited him to join us, but he said he doesn't gamble, so.
Can you tell that lunch is here?
Oh, you can smell it, yeah. I'm sure it's going to make these athletes pretty hungry.
4 players to 4. 1, 2, counter not connecting either. Great preparedness for the catch, Maria Salinas.
Yeah, Salinas is definitely aware. She's trying to stay active on the retreat.
Oof.
Garcia Romano, though, committing to that shot. She's trying to shut down that counter rush, and she gets the hit on Vo.
Good trade now, 3v3. 3 minutes. 38 seconds remaining. Oh, that counter, backcourt, very effective, taking out Salinas. Now player advantage for Australia. Their burden to throw. Baston hands it off. Looks like the 5s for Salvation look more like upside down 2s.
They do look like upside down 2s.
It's kind of tripping me out.
I'm always interested in what teams, how they play. Oh, and a great shot from McIntyre. But how do they decide what font they're going to use? And can I have an input on it as a commentator?
My only vote is like color contrast, and you just need to step away from the computer. 1, 2.
Yeah, Venus calling herself out.
Not too often you see that sort of like, it was almost like victorious the way she like
it reminded me of Breakfast Club.
Okay, this is a classic.
Yeah, but you know it is interesting because in baseball, that's an out, right? The closed fist. In dodgeball,
often you see the like kind of mercy look of
the raised hand, open palm.
Which is kind of like raising the white flag, or like you're like the hey.
Yeah, and also something that I see also is baseball is the thumbs up, but that's an out based on the motion. But sometimes in dodgeball, people are just like, oh, like good try, good throw, and I'm like, are they calling themselves out or what are they doing here? I think we need a set hand gesture for I'm out.
One I find interesting is the point where like you got me. Ooh,
yes. Man. When you're acknowledging who's hit you.
That's what we like here as Brazola puts the hand up. Full court versus 3.
And more mopping.
This mop moment.
I'll say this. The mopping in the other gym, much more excessive.
Really?
I only got to see one game, but I swear it was after every single point they brought the mop out. Every single point. really delays the game.
Yeah. Disrupts the flow. Mary protects. Vo with the throw. Now burden Argentina. 2 balls in hand for Bianchini. Watch him. No, it's opposing here. Razabel. Instead, Arancini is the target. Rips it wide of Sun.
Yeah, I loved that pressure out of Bianchini.
Oh, wow. Hey, we got to see one incredibly nasty throw there on Mary.
And you can see Mary playing more of a support role on this team, taking it a bit easier. I mean, his team has lots of depth. He doesn't need to be going all out, and I'm sure if we get to see him again at a later point, I'd love to see that unlocked.
Ball goes high. 1-2. Hits the ground first.
But a strong catch from Vo.
Great protection. McIntyre, and it results in an elimination.
Yeah, the disarm coming through.
And that's a moment where, Vo was able to make his best shot because of the team formation of McIntyre going in to protect. Because, any of us who've thrown with hesitation, it's not a full throw. Like if you're going to throw and run, and you're not prepared to kind of like know that your team is around you, you're not making your best offensive play.
Yeah, hesitation is almost always a momentum ruiner.
Speaking of Anu Mary, he's taking some shots now, and as we see Sana limbed, good opportunity for Argentina, but it is at the end of the second half. We're going into no blocking. So my mind has changed around this rule clarification. I think we're just used to every ending always having no blocking, whereas it should be thought of as only when necessary. I think is the point of the rule.
I would agree with that. But as a person who enjoys no blocking, give it to me all the time.
We view it as a right instead of a privilege. That's sort of like that first reaction.
Interesting.
Kind of. Like, air conditioning or iced drinks.
Oh my gosh, air conditioning and iced drinks. A luxury I need. When they talk about needs versus wants, they're needs in my life right now.
Lots of balls on the Australia end. They head all into the attack zone. And the final one are on target.
And they find MVP, Venus.
Most Venus player. Pump faking. Let's see. You got to just you ignore the real stinkers.
It takes me like a solid 3 seconds to catch what
Probably the
saying.
worst part is it takes you out of the flow of the game. As we're 4v4. Good movement here.
I'm trying to focus on what's happening, and then my brain clocks the words coming out of your mouth.
Hard up and on with Mary. The ultimate support there with the back-to-back catches.
And there's the finger catch that we talked about. Just the hand-eye coordination and the awareness on the court to do that. And another one, but she was already eliminated. Okay, that was 4.
And there isn't a 7th player to put on court.
That was 4 people on Mary just casually eliminated.
And there's something to be said as we kind of wind this up for a support player who may be used to being a wing. It's that you'd often feel just uncomfortable not being in that position. Or you could kind of feel like, give me the ball, I want to play. And you can see just like he's got the skill to be at a wing, and then just needed to show us at the end by the wing. He's got it.
Absolutely, and the depth that we just saw from Australia across the board, all of them had moments where they could just sit back and relax and then show off a little bit. And that's a tough thing to play against. And Argentina managed to keep a fantastic attitude through that entire game, which is what we really love to see here at Worlds. They're getting some games that